Hello. Today I would like to share one of my favorite stretching exercises with you. For this you would need a sofa and, if you have it, a small table or something sturdy that you can place in front. This exercise is inspired by the flexibility courses by Stacey Nemours, who is my flexibility sensei. She has taught me how much difference it makes if you release and open up the quads and the front of your body. It helps with posture, to be able to stand up straight and move freely, but also with just walking, but of course also with dance and with martial arts. And I found out that when I use the sofa in a smart way, so instead of just for sitting, but also for adapting some of the stretches that were hard for me to do in the beginning, I have opened up a lot more range of motion. So I'd love to share this with you. Okay, first let's test and then retest. So if you can hold something for balance. Bring your foot up to your body and the knees as close as you can together. So this stretch doesn't really work if your knees out in front of the other one. You want your leg to go straight down and pull up the front of the hips. If this is challenging, feel free to grab a strap or something to put around your ankle to make it less intense. I'll grab one just to demonstrate. So this could be a yoga strap or anything. I'm using Stacey's stretching strap, which I really like, because it's elastic but not too hard on your skin, and you can put your feet into these holes. But if you have just a strap, it works just as well. You put it around your foot and you can gently pull up like this. This will enable you, even if you're not very flexible yet, to at least have your knees together and pull up the front, which makes it a lot more effective. So from here, test where you are and let go. And let's do the other side. If you can, use your hand. Lengthen your body though, knees together, and pull up the front. So we can test. If you want to stretch your shoulders, bring the elbow back at the same time. Or if this is very tight, you can also use a towel, a tie, anything you have nearby. Open up the shoulder, lift the chest, pull up the front, knees together, and simply feel where you are at today. This could be all the way below, no problem, as long as you're lengthened in front, knees in one line. Okay, that's a pre-test. Now we employ our sofa. So there's a couple of different things you can do. To start, you can simply sit either on the feet, so bring the feet together and just sit like this and feel if this is okay. If it is, you can deepen the stretch by coming up and grabbing the sofa behind you. But I found it's more effective to practice one leg after the other, so the less flexible leg doesn't limit both sides, and you can spend more time on whichever leg needs it more. So phase one would be bringing a knee behind you, and your foot can be resting into this is very comfortable because it's soft. It's a bit more intense if you do this lying down on the floor. So I found using the sofa gives me a bit more control, and it's nice and cushioned. So my knee is all the way back in the nook, and I have my foot right behind me, not turned out or turned in. For now, you can vary it later. I square my hips and I pull up the front, and already I feel this quite intensely. If you want to go more deeply, you can grab your table and bring the hip down and then come up again. So like this, my knee is out a bit further. If that is too much, you can come up here. So find whichever position is doable for you, and then you shift the hips side to side and you hang out simply where you feel it more. Then you can try with the leg a bit out or the leg a bit in, and we switch. So the other knee goes back. If this is enough, just simply breathe here for a moment. Let your body get used to this position. If you can, square the hips and slightly pull up the front. This will intensify. Optionally, you come to the front and just slide the front knee out a bit more. And then you can come gently up again. You can also stack some yoga blocks or anything else, maybe even a step ladder in front if you want to have your hands, your support a bit higher. Important to pull up more than to come up high. So I prefer to be lower with my body, but to be able to pull my hip up in front. It's a bit more effective and it's safer for the back. Then you can try which position you feel helps the most and gently move the hips side to side. So this is a more healthy way of using the sofa than just for sitting. And if you feel like your hip flexors need a bit of a break, you can always transfer from sitting, do this for a couple of moments and you're good to go. Okay, if you want to add more, if you want to try more, if this is okay for you, you can do both legs also. So simply slide both knees into the sofa and lengthen the hips. You can be low here or higher up, doesn't matter. And to deepen the stretch, you can press your legs into the sofa, then let go and pull up. Press, let go and pull up. Okay, another variation would be to bring the knee back. So this is also a bit more intense. And you shuffle until you can place the other foot onto the sofa. So again, this is a variation of this exercise against the wall or holding your foot, but a bit more comfortable because of the cushionness of the sofa. Also, your knee is automatically padded this way. I try to sink down the hip of the leg that's in front, and here you can either grab behind you and lift the chest and pull back, or you can come to the front and pull. Both are effective. Or if you want to go deeper, you press with your hands and lift yourself away from this hip. Okay, let's switch legs. First here, if you feel like you want to try the other one, shift a bit. Try to get your feet up, your foot. Sink down this hip. And you can slide side to side. Grab the lean behind you. Lift the chest. This always helps. If you lift the upper body, the lower body will release also. Relax the neck. Find a good spot. And optionally you can confront or even go back. And or you can use your hand and lengthen out of your hip. Like that. Okay, and then you gently come out, and that's it. My favorite sofa stretch. Let's retest our flexibility. So if all went well, this should now feel a little bit more comfortable and as if you can lengthen more. If you want to deepen from here, you can press your foot into your hand and then come in. Other side, or you use a strap. If you were using it before, try it with the strap to start, just to see where you are at. You can bring it up over the shoulder or hold at whichever height is comfortable, but do open the chest so your posture is the same. Press with your foot in and pull it. Or alternatively, with your hand, lengthening the front, bending the elbow, opening the shoulder. Okay, that's it. Check it out. So, if you like this kind of flexibility work, I heartily recommend checking out Stacey's website, www.flexibilitymakeover.com. And if you use my code KalidaDance on checkout, you will get 10% off of her straps and the flexibility courses, which I heartily recommend. Good. If you have any questions about this exercise or any of the others, feel free to write to me, as always. I hope you enjoy and have a great week. Bye.